Hello, everybody. We're back here at Ohio State. Today we have our Ohio State Rocket League A team taking on our Western Washington B team here in the Week 6 of Starleague's just regular season play. Now, a couple minutes ago, we did just see Ohio State B team take a decisive 3-0 sweep against the Western Washington A team. And just taking a quick look at our lineups here, we do have on the Ohio State team, we have Kings, J-Bob, and their coach Lee Algebra subbing in. And for Western Washington, we have Aslan, Bobbertis Girl, and Kawaii Leon.
Yeah, definitely. It was a nice 3-0 sweep there by Ohio State's JV team versus Western Washington's A team. So this should be a pretty exciting one, if I do say the least.
We've also not seen much of Lee Algebra playing for Ohio State's lineup. Usually that is threes in that position. So we'll have to see how he does. He is normally their coach and also their substitute. So I'm excited to see how he'll do as we see him in the corner now going for a shot. J-Bob's going to follow it up, but it is intercepted by the Western Washington defense. He's looking to make something happen, but he's on low boost, so he's not really going to be able to find much. The Algebra now saves a shot. It goes off the backboard. Now Kings is there for the rebound, and he does put it in. That's one goal going to Ohio State.
That was a really nice cleanup there by Kings. Great setup there by Lie Algebra. I think Lie Algebra was going for the nice top bar shot, but as he is a substitute, he put it right above, and it was able to clean up by Kings.
Could have also just been a pass as well, just faking out the defense.
I
not
don't know
necessarily a bad play.
I don't know about that Lie Algebra guy. He knows way more about this game than I think anybody does.
Western Washington trying to make something happen on their own, but Lee Algebra now on the wall is going to keep Ohio State on the offensive. Kings doesn't quite get it into the center as a good pop from Western Washington keeps it live. Lee Algebra gets a demo on the defense of Western Washington, and now J-Bob is looking to cause some mayhem as well. There's nobody in defense for Western Washington. The shot comes on from J-Bob, but it's lacking in power, so it's not going to go in just yet.
It's a really awkward position here.
Yeah, very awkward in his own corner. King's now flying in front of the ball from the opponent's goal. Now Lee Algebra is looking to take a shot of his own, but it is going to go way high. J-Bob looking for the redirect off the wall, but is unable to find it. Now the ball bouncing back to the blue half of the pitch.
Yeah, we're going to need to start seeing some aggression here by Western Washington. They've been on defense most of this game. The ball's been on their side most of this game. And it seems like Ohio State's really having full control of this.
Yeah, shot attempt there. Put a stop to by Lee Algebra. Is now Kings and J-Bob going to run it up the side. But Bobbertis Girl is actually going to get there first and put it all the way back to the blue half of the pitch. Now King's looking to make an air dribble happen, but Aslan goes under him. Lee Algebra on the backboard puts it wide. They're in safety for now as Ohio State. J-Bob on the wall is going to look to put this one in the orange half. He doesn't have the angle on the air dribble though. Kings now looking to make a center happen, but Kawaii Lean is going to long clear that one. Bobbertis Girl can't quite find the pop that he wants. Gets it over one as well. Awkward defense in the corner here from Ohio State, but it doesn't fall in front of their net. They're not in danger yet. Now, Kings now off the ceiling, look to make something happen. J-Bob with the center off the wall. The Algebra shot goes wide and out. Kings looking to make something happen as well, but nobody's there for the Ohio State offense. Kings looking to slow dribble this one in. He gets the flick, but it bounces off the crossbar and out. Awkward defense here from Western Washington, but they do keep it out of their goal for now.
Yeah, you're going to need to see Western Washington. I don't think they've had a shot here yet this game. They really need to step it up on offense. They're doing a decent job on defense, not letting Ohio State score or keeping them only to one goal. But they really need to start something up here in a second, or else this game's going to go bad quick.
Awkward defensive rotations there from Ohio State. Lee Algebra having to slam it off his near post, but he is now going to maintain possession and take it all the way back to the blue half of the pitch. He gets a good bump, but it's not going to be enough to keep Bobbertis Girl out of it. As now Western Washington is looking to keep it out of their corner. Aslan now with an open net, but doesn't have any boost to make anything happen. Lee Algebra puts that wide. Bobbertis Girl now looking to make a follow-up, but it's going to be Lee Algebra with a great 50-50, keeping Ohio State on the offensive now with a pop of his own. He's going to keep it live, but the pass over to Kings is intercepted in time. Minute left. Western Washington has to make something happen here, or else they will forfeit this game one. Aslan now looking to keep themselves on the offensive pressure. Gets a great pop, is going to force J-Bob to go with a really awkward save. Kings actually is going to make it happen over to the corner, but low boost on the side of Ohio State. Can they really keep this out of their side for long? No, they will not, as Kawhi Leon is looking to make a play happen. He doesn't get the solo play around J-Bob, who's able to long clear it back to the orange half. Aslan now looking to take a possession of his own over to Bobbers Girl. Now the pop goes a little wide, can't get it over Aslan just yet. J-Bob looking to put a stop to this one in the corner. He makes it happen.
Really slow plays here. That was a nice pinch. But Ohio State's just being so perfectly aggressive, just great defense all around. It seems that Western Washington, every time they go have a nice push started up, they just can't seem to get a shot on net, or maybe they ran out of boost. But they really need to start working on the rotation. I've been seeing a lot that Kawhi Leon has been just hiding in the back every time when there's a potential shot, but he's got to stay back there because no one's rotating back.
And as the clock kicks down, it will hit one. The ball will hit the ground. That's Ohio State taking this game 2-0 in this best of 5.
Yeah, definitely. Just like I was saying, Western Washington needs to get a little bit more aggressive. Definitely don't want to sacrifice too much of your defense on that. They're playing very, very back. Right. And it just seems like they need to start pushing forward. Just get some offense going. They're going to need to get some offense. As you can see, they didn't have very many shots, 4 shots in total. But Ohio State has just been pushing aggressive, feeling pretty comfortable on offense and definitely comfortable on defense, not letting any goals go in their net. And definitely can't wait to see what happens next game.
Ready up, check. As far as looking at the Ohio State lineup from that last team, they looked very clean, of course. They took the game in a solid 2-0 fashion, but a couple of awkward double commits here and there. Nothing too serious, nothing that they were ever punished for. But maybe a little bit of miscommunication, such that we're not used to seeing from this Ohio State lineup. So a little bit of a chance for Western Washington, if they can find it, to come back into this series and take this game 2, if they are to capitalize on these double commits. As we see Aslan now taking an early possession for Western Washington. Kawhi Leon can't quite get the dunk on that long shot. And there you have it. That's a very awkward team play. King's just swatting J-Bob out of the way, taking possession on his own, but he is going to follow it all the way out at the other half of the pitch. Doesn't quite get the redirect off the wall, but it's going to be Leal Cow now taking a shot, goes high. Babadisco gets the save, diving into his own net. And J-Bob causing mayhem in the Western Washington lineup here, as nobody on the Western Washington lineup is willing to go for the ball. Kings gets a decent 50-50. Leal is going to chase it to the side, gets passed over to J-Bob. He really can't make a shot out of it, and the ball's just kind of bouncing around here in the midfield. Ohio State looking to make some kind of offensive pressure happen. A good team pinch, puts it on net, but it's lacking in power. Aslan's able to put it back, and now Kawhi Leon with a long clear is going to put them 1 goal up for this game 2.
Definitely a little bit too aggressive there by Ohio State. And Western Washington was just able to capitalize. Nice shot, nice clear by Kawhi Leon, and that was all it took.
Yeah, it's Western Washington taking a much-needed early advantage in this game, too, here. Of course, there's still 4 minutes left. But yeah, after that game 1, this is their first goal of the series, so hopefully they'll be looking to make some more happen. Here is J-Bob now looking to pass over to Kings. Kings takes a shot, but it's good interception from Aslan. Keeps that one out. Now Kings pass over to J-Bob. He goes up for it, but he's unable to find any kind of angle, just slams it across the ceiling. Now Bobbers Girl is going to long clear it out. Kings is there to meet it. Pass over to J-Bob. He's going to get there first, and he actually slams it down on the Leal Cow, who's not ready for that one. Pops it up, and it is going to go into the Western Washington corner. J-Bob looking for a shot, but it's going to be saved away by Kings, unfortunately. Ohio State is still on the offense. Leal Cow almost gets a tight angle shot on that one, but it slams off the near post and out. He's the only one on offense for now. He's getting some decent 50-50s, but nothing in front of the goal just yet. Aslan's going to be able to go over and clear that one out of his goal.
I don't think Ohio State has played any defense just yet this game. They've just been going offensive hit after hit, just taking shots whenever they want, giving nice passes, but they've definitely been playing very aggressive this game thus far.
Yeah, and whether or not that's actually a good thing is yet to be seen. It did cost them that first goal, but they are still looking to make some chances here. Leal Cow can't find the angle on that one, puts it back into the corner. Kings with an awkward pop. But yeah, Ohio State really aggressive. It's basically just staying in this orange half here for now, as we are almost halfway into the game. The
It's
Algebra gets a great bump.
it's a bunch of triple commits, and they're not paying for it. Western Washington just really needs to get a clear like they did last time, and that's all they're going to really need to get an offensive run going. But they're just not getting the chance to get that clear.
Yeah, and on the side of Ohio State, they've had so many chances, so many shots just go wide or high of the net that kind of start to have to get worried here if you're an Ohio State fan, because they're unable to make anything happen. You see a very awkward double commit from Algebra Cow and J-Bob as they both go for the ball. It's going to be sent back to the blue half of the pitch. King's looking for a ceiling pinch, but it's not going to work out. As now Barber's girl is looking to make a shot happen. Aslan is going to be there to pick it up as well. No, he's actually not going to go for it as J-Bob long clears that one. Pass over to the Algebra Cow, who can't find the redirect, but he's looking for the backboard double touch, and there's Kings on the rebound. Barely saved from Kawhi Lean, who keeps it out of his net. Defenders flying everywhere, but they do keep it out of their net. J-Bob now looking to make something happen, but he can't get around two defenders. Kings now with a shot of his own. Kawhi Lean can't keep it out. Redirects it into his own net. That's Ohio State equalizing up this game too.
And it was bound to happen. The ball was bound to fall in the goal with all these shots that they've been taking. It's really incredible. Ohio State's already taken about 10 shots in total, which is absolutely insane for how much time's gone past. But just Western Washington really needs to get a nice clear and get some offensive momentum going.
Yeah, Western Washington, they only have one shot, and that one shot was, of course, the goal they scored early on into this game. So I'd love to see some more aggression coming out of them. They just can't really seem to get it out of their half. It will be Aslan now looking to do just that, as Kings can't really keep it out of his corner. Awkward save from the Algebra Cow. Aslan looking for a demo, but can't quite get J-Bob, who's able to clear it off to the side.
Yeah, there's been a lot of interesting double commits here. I think this has all happened with the Algebra Cow coming in. Maybe they're a little bit not comfortable playing with them as much as they would with threes, but it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. They seem to be figuring everything out. I mean, with all this defensive pressure, there's not much going wrong besides the one goal.
And you see Ohio State keeping up the offensive pressure here. Shot from the Algebra Cow just barely strikes the post and out. It's been a couple times it's happened in the last minute or so as Ohio State kept up this offensive pressure but unable to find anything yet. The game is still tied up at 1-1, 30 seconds left. J-Bob now with a great clear. There's nobody in net. Kings is going to be able to slot that one in. That's Ohio State taking a 1-goal lead.
That was just a great setup, a nice demo by Algebra Cow there, just to set up for Kings to finish from the pass from J-Bob. That's going to get 2-1, Ohio State.
28 seconds left. Western Washington has to make something happen. They were the one to take the first advantage in this game, but things have since gone awry. They have to make something happen on this offensive push here. Aslan looking to make something happen in the corner. Shot from Kawhi Lean. Doesn't quite go in. Now J-Bob and the Algebra Cow both going up for this ball for a clear. Pass over to Kings. Kings doesn't quite find it. Bounces off the near post and out. Barber's girl now with the hero play, looking to make an air dribble happen, but it is going to be Algebra Cow to put a stop to that one. The ball's staying in the air, but the clock's hit 1. The ball will hit the ground, and that's Ohio State taking this game 2, putting themselves at a series score of 2-0.
And I just love to see that from Ohio State, all that aggression, a total of, 18 shots, which is absolutely, I mean, you can see the amount of saves that Western Washington had too. They just so many shots, so many saves. You really got to turn that momentum the other way after Western Washington. Start getting some offensive pressure. Just any clear would have helped there for them.
Yeah, and looking at the shots on the line here, only 1 to Western Washington's name. That is quite concerning. And of course, that one shot was the goal that went in off the poor rotation from Ohio State. But in comparison, Ohio State, 16 shots there coming out. Just incredible pressure.
Definitely a great clear there by Kawhi Lean. I think he'll be patting himself on the back for that one tonight if he takes anything away from this series. But yeah, they definitely need to start stepping up on offense.
And on the side of Ohio State, 16 shots, but only 2 of them making it in. I mean, there's something to be said about the continued offensive pressure and how strong that can be. Of course, it did win them the game, but 16 shots, only 2 went in. That is not a great shooting accuracy.
No. They might have been playing around a little bit, being a little bit too aggressive there. Maybe they're feeling pretty confident about themselves today, but let's see what they can do in this next game. Hopefully, for their sake, they start making a little more shots go in, get a little bit less pressure on themselves, and see how Western Washington responds.
Yeah, Western Washington at a potential match point here if Ohio State is to win this game. So they've got to go all out here. Aslan looking to maintain pressure on this wall, but it is going to be Lealgebra Cow taking a shot. It goes way high of the net. And a double commit on the defense as J-Bob takes a shot. Does go wide. Kawaii awkward in the corner with 0 boost. Isn't going to keep that one out. King's now looking for a center, but a good 50-50 from Bobber's Girl is going to keep that one out. Now Lealgebra Cow takes his chances. Kings goes up for it, but he doesn't quite land the shot. Lealgebra Cow has to awkwardly clear this to the side. Kings now pass over to J-Bob. J-Bob is going to take a shot, but it's lacking in power, and it goes into the corner. Ball just kind of awkwardly bouncing around in the corner, and that's going to be Western Washington taking the possession for now.
You see Lealgebra Cow there going for a nice double touch, but unfortunately he couldn't do anything with it. But I don't think the ball has even gone over to the blue side yet this game. J-Bob there with the score.
Yeah, I don't think it has, and now J-Bob here just scooping this one up. Nobody really on defense to answer this one. You see Aslan and Kawaii both jumping up for it, but too little too late, and that one goes in after just a minute of playtime. Ohio State takes this game with a 1-goal advantage.
And we're seeing that aggressive play that we were seeing last time from Ohio State. But definitely, they just needed Western Washington just needs to get that clear.
Kawaii looking to do just that, but can't find a connection on the ball. J-Bob looking for a double touch. Now it's going to be Lealgebra Cow taking the shot, saved by Aslan, keeping it out of his net. Aslan now is going to carry it up the midfield. Kings gets a very awkward clear. He's actually going to put it right in front of his own net, but Lealgebra Cow is there, thankfully, as Kawaii was taking the shot. Lealgebra Cow bouncing it up the field, and it's back into the orange half, as it's been for most of the game so far. Aslan on 0 boost, but a dream. He's looking to make a clear happen, but Lealgebra Cow is not falling for it. He's going to clear it up to the other half. J-Bob looking to take a shot. Awkward defense from both Bobber's Girl and Kawaii, but they do keep it out. Now J-Bob looking for a redirect shot of his own. Is going to go high of the net. King's looking for a redirect. He actually saves it away from Lealgebra Cow, who was going for the same shot, and that's not going to be a goal for Ohio State, although they might have wanted it, but they are looking to keep up on the offensive pressure. Lealgebra Cow in the corner. Now Kings goes up for the ball as well. He's going to bounce it off the ceiling, but he has no boost to follow it up. Aslan and Kawaii looking to clear this ball out. Lealgebra Cow keep it in the midfield. Pass over to J-Bob perhaps, but they're really unable to do anything with it so far.
Absolutely. I mean, they're starting, Western Washington's starting to get the, and just as I say that,
Yeah.
they did. They did. They started to do it, and then they finally did. They got a nice goal to fall. Nice shot there by Bobber's Girl, and just a good pass there by Aslan.
Yeah, poor defensive rotations from Ohio State, perhaps getting used to being on the offensive for the whole game, are unable to keep that one out of their net, and we see Western Washington tying this game up 1-1.
And it's interesting, we're not seeing as many shots, only 3 shots in total from Ohio State thus far. But they still are maintaining a lot of offensive pressure.
Yeah, and just as you said it, you see Lealgebra Cow almost taking a shot there. Fails to make a connection, but now the long clear coming out from Aslan is going to go wide of the net, thankfully for Ohio State. Kings looking to make a clear in the corner. Seals away from Lealgebra Cow, who's on low boost, barely able to get a chip on that one and keep it out of his net. But it's a pass over to Bobber's Girl from Lealgebra Cow. That's not who you want to be passing it to. Aslan going to be taking a shot now as well. Kings looking to solo play this. He gets it around Bobber's Girl for now. Perhaps looking for a pass over to J-Bob, who has to backflip to get to this one in time. Ball bouncing around here in the midfield. Which team will get the possession first?
We're now starting to see Western Washington get some nice clears, and every time they do, Ohio State seems to be 3 men forward or just a little bit too forward, which is really perfect positioning for Western Washington. They should be definitely trying to capitalize on these opportunities that they're getting. And see if Ohio State reflects on this and tries to change up the pace and maybe focus a little bit more on defense later in the game.
Well, with a minute and 20 seconds left, either team really has to make an adaptation right here to win this game. It will be Lealgebra Cow with a pass over to Kings, but he can't really make anything of it. He's at 0 boost. He is just going to back pass it to J-Bob, who's going to take command of this one. Aslan looking for a clear, gets it around Lealgebra Cow. Ball bounces back to the blue half of the pitch. Now Kings Slight wall pinch in the corner. He's going to try to clear it. Now it's going to be J-Bob with the long clear. Goes over the head of Aslan. Saved on the line by Kawaii Lean, but that's not going to be a problem just yet. 45 seconds left and still tied. We could be going to an overtime here if neither team can find a goal. Kawaii Lean barely keeping that out from the offensive pressure of Ohio State. Now J-Bob looking to make a shot of his own. He's going to slow play this one, pass over to Kings. Kings takes a shot and is actually going to roll in. Nobody on defense is able to keep that one out. That's Ohio State with 27 seconds left, taking advantage.
That was just a great position shot by Kings. Nice pass from J-Bob. And then Kings just puts it right through the defenders. There's nothing they can do in that. There's just a little hole. They need to fix up that rotation a little bit. And it's going to put 2-1 Ohio State.
24 seconds left. West Washington has to make something work now, or else they will lose the series. The Algebra Cow looking to keep Ohio State on the offensive. J-Bob with a pass over to Kings. Kings takes a shot, but it's going to bounce off the near post. He doesn't have the angle, but now Western Washington is looking to keep up the offensive pressure. It is going to bounce into their half. The Algebra Cow now taking a long shot. Kawaii Lean barely saving that in front of his own net, and now trying to dribble it, but is unable to do so. The ball hits the ground. So Ohio State taking this game and the series 3-0, clean sweep.
That was absolutely great offensive showing there by Ohio State. Western Washington B just I don't know if they couldn't focus on getting their offensive ready, but that too, Ohio State was just pressing so hard. There was nothing they really could have done.
Yeah, aside from that one long clear that went in to the side of Western Washington, you see just 2 shots coming out from then. Not a whole lot of offensive pressure to really capitalize on.
Yeah, absolutely. And 6 shots on offense from Ohio State, which is obviously much less than the 16 I think they had the last game, but absolutely, that's still a lot of shots. And the saves, definitely on Western Washington, they were doing as best as they could, but they'd really need to fix up the rotation a little bit better, and hopefully they do a little bit better in the rest of the play.
Yeah, but for Ohio State, it's looking very good here. They do improve to 6-0 in the Starleague standard standard season play. So looking very excited to see what they can do as the season progresses. Hopefully, get into the postseason matches there as well. That's Ohio State taking the series against Western Washington B team in a clean 3-0 sweep. And that will conclude our Rocket League broadcast for today. If you're hungry for more Ohio State esports action, be sure to follow us on our Twitter at OSU Esports. Link should be down below in the description. But anyway, that will do us for today on the broadcast. Now, from myself, from TrackTac, and the entire live broadcast crew, thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time.